All right, Carnival Venezia cruisers, we are going to start up on deck 15 in the Serenity adult only area. So let's get started with the tour. All right, so we start off here in the Serenity area, and one of the first things you're going to notice is there are a lot of loungers and a lot of places to lounge and a lot of different ways to lounge, whether that's a clamshell or in the hot tub there on my right. But we're just zipping right through here. On my left here is the Serenity Bar, and that also serves salads at lunchtime, so you might want to be on the lookout for that. But we come around to the other side. You saw the other hot tub there, and a little bit of a traffic jam here. Serenity was popular this day, and we're gonna zip on through here, and that's pretty much your whole Serenity area. But you see these little nooks that you can hide away and get some privacy for yourself if you like. There's the entrance to a couple of the water slides. We're going to go down to deck 14 here now. Now there is no deck 13, so we're going down to what technically I guess could be 13, but it's actually deck 12. And we're going to enter through this door here, and we're going to go check out the spa and fitness area, particularly the fitness area. Now there are relaxation rooms and spa treatment rooms upcoming here in just a bit, but we will check out the fitness center exclusively, and the fitness center is free to everyone. So you go here to the left, or you could go even to the right and check out the fitness center here. But there is plenty of fitness equipment. Not as many treadmills as you would see on other Carnival ships, but it seemed they focus more on strength training in this particular fitness center, which, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but a lot of people tend to really like those treadmills, so I'm surprised not to see a few more of those. But it's a good fitness center. Like I say, it offers something for everybody, particularly if you'd like to do some strength training. All right, so we are going to come back out of the spa area, and we're going to head back out to deck 12, and we're going to start to make our way to the other side of the ship here in just a second. We'll go past the waterworks area once again, where all the kiddos like to play, and young and old kiddos. I'm not opposed to going down the water slide myself once in a while. Didn't do it on this cruise yet. Still have a couple days left to go, so maybe I'll end up getting on that water slide after all. All right, we are on the walking and jogging track now, and we're coming up on the ropes course in the sport court area that we'll get to in here in just a second. But I do like the larger walking jogging track. They were able to do that because of the added space that they took from the Lido deck. But there you see some different games, miniature golf, and the ropes course entrance, as I mentioned. And so we'll keep going here. Now, one difference between the Carnival Vista class ships and this Venezia class, normally the basketball court would be on the same level here in deck 12. And you see it's dropped down a half a level, which is odd to me. So they created some space in some places and took away from others. But there's that same outdoor fitness equipment that you would see on some of the regular Vista class ships. Now we're going down to deck 11. And there isn't a whole lot going on. If you were on the Carnival Horizon, for example, this area would contain Cucina de Capitano and Gigi's. But on this class ship, or the Carnival Venezia, it doesn't have anything up there. So we're going to go on ahead and go back. We're going to go down to Lido deck 10 here. And I'm going to show you look at one of the hot tubs there. And you see a bunch of lounge areas there where people are enjoying their lunch. There's the pizzeria. And we'll go here. We'll take a peek at the Tides pool back here. Now, I do notice on the Venezia, they offer a lot more areas of shade. And, some people don't like that. They want to be out in the sun. We do have the seafood shack here, once again, on this same side. All right, we are going to head into the Lido Marketplace Buffet here. And I will say the Lido Marketplace Buffet offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the items available change and vary throughout the week. At the back of the ship here, we're going to take a peek, though, at a couple spots that you might really be fond of. First here is just the regular buffet line. But then right in between that buffet and another buffet on the other side is the deli. The deli is a great place for some great sandwiches, both hot and cold. You get a quick peek of it here, and you might be able to stop the video and zoom in on some of the sandwich choices. And then on the left there was the sweet spot for all your decadent dessert lovers out there. And then over here, another buffet line. You see some salad offerings there before you get to the meat and potatoes of the buffet there. So we're going to cross over to the other side here and walk toward the midship area. Okay, now on this other side, it's just another buffet line to accommodate more people. They do have some different offerings depending upon which side you go to, and some different lines. There are some things like there's empanadas. I know one time they offered, which they didn't offer at the back of the ship. So you might want to check out both lines and see what they have to offer there. Just past there on the left, the ice cream machines for you ice cream lovers out there. You can get as many ice cream cones as you want. Just step right up and pull off a cup. Now here is the Guy's Burgers, and we're gonna slow this down so you can get a look at some of the new menu offerings there as far as burgers go. Now I had that pepperoni pizza burger and I really enjoyed it. The super melty moots. I have not tried that one yet, but I am a big fan of the pepperoni burger. So I highly suggest you go ahead and check that one out. All right, let's get things moving again. So we're still on the guy's side over here, and there's a toppings bar with a bunch of great toppings for your burgers. Lettuce, tomato, bacon, ketchup, mustards, all that good stuff. We're gonna go over to the other side here after we take a quick peek at the main pool area. Now you see it's a little smaller than some Carnival ships' main pool, but it seems to be decent size, and there weren't too many people there, using the pool there, so that was good. But it can be crowded sometimes. You see the long line for Guy's Burgers. Everybody wants to try that pepperoni pizza burger, I think. Now over here, there's another line, and that line is for the Blue Iguana Cantina. Nope, it's not the Blue Iguana because it's Tomadora. Now they do have some of the same, tacos and things like that offered, but there are some different menu items, with an Italian twist, is what they say. So they have some different selections, I guess you could say, rice and things like that are slightly different than what you would get at the Blue Iguana Cantina. Now, what is different up here on this Lido deck is some of the shops, not shops, but bars and restaurants. That I should say. Now, typically this would be the area where the Blue Iguana Cantina would be, the tequila bar, but we have this Rococo bar, which has a lot of frozen drinks and such that people might enjoy, and they have other regular menu offerings as well. So you can choose to get a drink there if you like, especially if you like a frozen drink. Now we're going to go across to the other side, and I show you a peek there of the dive-in movie theaters, which is a smaller theater than you might typically be used to, but it's a smaller Lido deck area as well. Now look at this large Java Blue area though. I mean, this is one of the largest Java Blue areas I've seen outside of an XL class ship. They still offer a lot of the typical things you would expect at Java Blue, but it's a much larger space and a popular area for many people to come to. All right, so we are going to go ahead and hop upstairs here to deck 11. Now, this deck 11 here has a variety of different seating areas, and I must say, for relaxation and seating in general, they did a really nice job up here. Now, what they sacrificed is they sacrificed a lot of open space that the Lido deck would typically have. And, if you want more of a chill, relaxed, vibe on vacation, you can definitely get that here. Imagine yourself sitting in this chair, looking out this window at beautiful Grand Turk, where we were when I filmed this ship tour here. And you would really enjoy that, right? With a frosty cold beverage in your hand. That would go quite well. And then here is the Pergola Bar. Now this is a bar up here on deck 11. Now I know the Vista class ships They don't have a bar on deck 11, so this is a nice little bonus here for you bar lovers out there. If you want to drink on deck 11 and enjoy one of those quiet spaces, there you go. All right, now as we cross to this other side, we are crossing over here for a reason. There actually are some games that you might enjoy playing with friends and family over here. We have a couple ping pong tables, we have a couple foosball tables, we have a bocce ball court, and then we have this large table game. I think I played something like this as a kid, but for the life of me, I can't remember how to play it. But for those of you that do, there you go. There's a nice giant one for you. Now, in the middle of deck 11, over here to the left, is the entrance to Camp Ocean. So for those of you with kiddos that, would like to go to camp, or you'd like to drop them off to camp so you can have some adult time of your own, this is where you would take them. All right, so we're coming up on the entrance here to Camp Ocean, and we'll check out. You see a couple kiddos there getting picked up or dropped off, and there are some of the ages down there. We have the turtles, we have the penguins, we have the stingrays, and the young boy there is touching the shark. That is for the old kids that go up to age 11. But from 2 years old all the way up to age 11, they'll put your kids in an area with the kids that are similar age, and hopefully they'll make friends. Now we're gonna go upstairs here just really quick to check out the arcade. And I haven't been in the arcade too much, but I did check it out for the purpose of this tour. So if you're watching with your children and these are some games that they might like, you might want to show them this part of the video and see if this is something they'd be interested in. Now, these games are not free, and I have heard some parents tell some horror stories about their kids running up huge bills in the arcade. So just be careful, and you might want to limit your children and their access to be able to charge on the card. You just might want to be careful about that. All right, we're going to head downstairs because I've shown you from 15 down to deck 10, and there's nothing to show from 9, 8, 7, or 6. So we're going to head all the way down to the back of the ship, and that is where the terrazza area is, at the back of the ship. And let's go ahead there now. All right, so we're entering at the Carnival Bar and Lounge, which is at the back of the ship, the aft, where you would go into to get access to the terrazza area at the very back of the ship. Now, the terrazza area outside is a restricted area to only people that have booked the terrazza cabins. But this area here that we're walking through slowly is available to everyone throughout the day. And even the outside area on the Venezia is open to everyone, but only after 7 p.m. Now that is a little band area where they'll play live music. They'll also do some karaoke and such there. And in the mornings, they even have breakfast set up on the bar top back here. So if you'd like to come in and have some breakfast, if you're close to this 5th floor here, this is a place you could go. They have some really good old fashions and some other drinks here. I've enjoyed a couple of those myself. Now I'm going to take you outside here. I've had the pleasure of staying in the terrazza area. We have a cabin here, so we're going to go ahead, since we have access, and show you the whole terrazza area back here. Now, one thing I dislike is there's no pool to enjoy back here for those people staying in the terrazza. There are a couple hot tubs, and I did enjoy this particular one right here on my left one time this cruise already, and maybe I'll enjoy it again. But much like the Vista class ships, we're going to walk back around the corner here. Now we have all these terrazza cabins that are just to my left now, and you see there's hammocks and nice lounging chairs and things like that, that you have your own little patio, which is a nice thing. I don't want to walk back because of privacy reasons and show you too much, but you get the idea. So we're going to come back through here, and now what I want you to do is I want to show you some of the seating and the relaxation areas back here, because I think some of these are really top-notch. The chairs and the, just places to lounge with a drink and talk with family and friends and such. Now look, we're at the back of the ship overlooking that beautiful ocean view, and you have like these couches and love seats with these nice outdoor cushions here that you can just sit in with a drink and maybe read a book or whatever you might do, get some work done, whatever the case may be. But look at some of the views that you can have right there. I mean, that's just priceless. And then, like I said, we're overlooking Grand Turk. We hadn't left port yet, so you'd get a real treat if you were sitting back here. Obviously, not too many people are enjoying it right now as I walk around, but people are in the midst of getting back on the ship since after enjoying a day at Grand Turk. Now look at that very large relaxation area. So if you have a large family and you all want to come back and hang out and sit together, that's a great place to do it. There's that second hot tub. And we'll walk back, and again, this is the same thing as you saw on the other side. It's just more cabanas, but it's pretty much identical to the cabanas you would have on the other side here. But we'll just take a quick peek there, and we will turn around. All right, let's head back out of the terrazza area now. Now here is the outdoor bar area for the terrazza, and again, that's restricted to people staying in the terrazza until 7 p.m. And then after 7 p.m., it's open to everybody if you'd like to come back and enjoy this area. But you see the interior of the terrazza, some very nice furniture. It seems very elegant. The marble floors and such, nice artwork on the wall. So it seems like a really chill area that people like to hang out in and, just enjoy talking or reading or, having a drink, whatever. Seems to be a very popular area here on the Carnival Venezia. All right, now as we exit deck 5 here at the back of the ship, we're going to come into an area that is referred to on most Vista class ships as Ocean Plaza. But here you see it's called the Gondola Lounge. Now it's about the same size as the Ocean Plaza that you would see, on any of the other Vista class ships. Very similar. I mean, you'd recognize it, those of you that have been on the Horizon, the Vista, or the Panorama. Looks very similar here. But what I want to do is I want to take you outside, because the outside areas around the ship on deck 5, you might find them very interesting and quite different if you've gone on a Vista class ship before. And even if you've never been on a Vista class ship, you might find this area interesting here. So let's go ahead and speed this up just a bit. All right, so as we speed it up here a little bit, just to get you all the way around the ship, you're gonna see an abundance of seating areas. Now, this isn't uncommon on the regular Vista class ships either. There's also a lot of seating outside here. But what is different, I find, is there's a lot of little extra nooks on the Carnival Venezia where you can kind of get away and get a little bit more privacy if you want to just be with a group of family or friends. And not so much here as we're passing the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. But as we come up here in just a bit, you're going to see what I'm talking about. You'll see these green walls here. And on the other side of those walls, you have, little nooks where you can lay out and be in the shade and just kind of relax and kind of get away to yourself with your companion, friend, or spouse. And you see a variety of these little nooks here. And, people are taking advantage of them and utilizing those and, enjoying their time there together. So if that's something you think you might like, keep that in mind. Take notes for that. And when you get the chance to get on the Venezia yourself, go seek one of those out. All right, another thing I like about the Venezia here is some of these areas, are blocked off, and it'll say crew only. But at least for today, I had access to go all the way around the ship, and we get to the front of the ship here, and you see a couple other people enjoying the front views of the ship as well. And we are just about ready to leave port here. All right, so we'll go ahead and spin around the deck here as we take in some of the views of Grand Turk as we leave port. And we'll get headed back toward the other side, back of the ship. And let's just keep taking a peek out here at these beautiful views while we go. All right, what do you know? We got more loungers, we have more seating areas back here. So there's an endless area of seating areas on this ship, much like the other Vista class. And there are some more of those little nooks with the greenery, offering you some privacy. Obviously not too much privacy. There's that big circular window in the middle of the walls, but it does offer you some privacy and seclusion. So take it for what it's worth. All right, we're going to keep on zipping back here because there is an eating area. And for those that know, Guy's Pig and Anchor has the barbecue day on sea days. Well, there is another restaurant back here. Now, the offerings don't seem quite as extensive as what you would see at Guy's Pig and Anchor, you know, and as far as the smoked meats and such like that. And to be quite honest, the menu isn't quite as appealing as what you would see at Guy's Pig and Anchor, Smokehouse Barbecue, but it is another food offering. So if anything looks here at La Strada, you know, there are a variety of salads, sides, and sauces there. So if, you know, some of those salads sound good, hey, there you go. This is the place to come on sea days to get yourself some of those tasty salads. All right, we are almost back to the aft part of the ship now. We had exited on the other side and walked all the way around. So we are going to go back in, and we are going to continue the tour on deck 5 here with the Gondola Bar Lounge on my left there. Then as we continue on my left, we have the Pixel Studio area for all of the pictures they take of you there. You can go check those out and put your orders in for whichever pictures you may like. We have a little shopping here on my left, and here is the Frizzante bar. A lot of Aperol spritzes and things like that. If you're into those bubbly type drinks, this would be a good place to go. Now we're going into Viaggio's. Viaggio's, I had an amazing dinner. We had an amazing dinner. The grilled octopus, sea bass, it was all wonderful. This mile-high gelato cake, and they have a variety of pastas and such too. But I highly recommend Viaggio's. Had an absolutely wonderful meal there, and there you see it. So this is the Frizzante seating area for anybody that, you know, would like to just grab their drinks and sit down and relax. We have a little hip fish accessory store over here with some jewelry and such. Not a very big store, but, you know, if you want to do a little shopping there. And then up here on my left is the Amari Bar. Now, those of you familiar with the Alchemy Bar, they have a lot of the Alchemy favorites and do the same things that you would see in the Alchemy Bar, so it's not too different, just some different drinks. Bonsai Sushi here on my right in a familiar location for those of you that have been on the other Vista class ships. There is the menu once again. Over on the opposite side is the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse. Now, it has been given, you know, quite a lot of seating here. This steakhouse, they actually have 2 dining areas. There's one there. We'll come over to the other side and take a peek inside, and you see a second dining area there. And we did have a meal at the steakhouse and enjoyed it very much. So we're going to continue now toward the midship. But before we get there, we're going to come upon the piano bar here. And you see the piano bar on my right. We'll go in here and take a quick peek. And we haven't enjoyed the piano bar yet, but I plan to do that. And across the way is Bonsai Teppanyaki. We'll take a quick peek in here. Now, those of you that have not been to that, they seats about 10 or 11 people, and they will cook right in front of you. Now, that is at an additional cost, but if you like that Benihana type of, you know, eating experience where they cook right in front of you and, you know, do some songs and jokes and things like that, you might really like it. So this is the San Marcos Shops area here. They offer a variety of things. Obviously, you're going to have some Cloud9 accessories there. Perfumes, lotions, colognes, a variety of other things. If you forgot something at home, there's a good chance that you'll be able to find it in one of these shops here. Here's an apparel store, but they also have some souvenirs and knickknacks and things like that that you might be interested in. Let's go ahead and cross to the other side and check out a couple of different shops here. We have the front street where you have some high-end jewelry, and then you have some affordable jewelry as well, watches and such. I know they have some pre-owned Rolex events you know, for those of you that want that special watch, you might find it on a Carnival ship. Now, I did get yelled at for filming. For whatever reason, they didn't want me to film any of the jewelry in here. So the guy asked me to leave, but okay. I was like, it's not going to bother me too much. All right, so we are heading toward the front of the ship now. And we are on deck 5, remember? And we'll take a quick peek at that watch shop one more time. But we're going to go to the Teatro Rosso Theater. And this is where your playlist productions will be performed and other events. You know, they might have bingo in here. They might have a dual comedy session down here. But this is the view from deck 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk down. And this theater spans decks 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to walk down all the way to what would technically be deck 3, and you'll notice as I walk out there's a ramp that slowly goes up into deck 4. So yeah, that's why it's decks 3, 4, and 5, the theater here. But did see a couple good productions here so far. Broadway Beats was one of them. Enjoyed that production, and still have a couple more productions to enjoy before we get off the ship in a couple days. All right, so we are on deck 3 now. And as we exit the theater there, let's turn back around because I wanted to show you the entrance to Club O2 and Circle C. Now, this is where your ages 12 to 17-year-olds will go, depending upon which age group they fall into. But this is the entrance here. Let's spin back out of there, though. Just wanted to show you where the entrance was and go back down here on level 3. We're going through the elevator bank here. And when we get to the end of the elevator bank, we see the atrium bar there directly in front of us. But let's go over here to the right where we're going to get to the shore excursions desk. So if you need to book an excursion, that is where you would go. And I want to give you a good peek here at the atrium. Just how beautiful of an atrium is that? Look at that. Just beautiful. All right. So let's walk back across to the other side here now. And where we're going to come to is the guest services area. So the guest services area in a typical location to where most of your Carnival ships would have it. Going to zip you around here really fast to the other side of the atrium bar to where you get the entrance to Marco Polo dining area here. Let's open this door and take a peek inside. Now, depending upon whether you have assigned dining or your time dining, you may end up in this dining room or you may end up in the one that I'll show you at the back of the ship. But let's go through here and take a peek. And you see some, very nice decor, and, some of the tables are blocked off so you can have some privacy. But it's a very charming dining area and a little different than your typical Carnival dining experience. Obviously it's an Italian themed ship, so things are going to be a little different, and you got to expect that. So we're back out on deck 3 here, and we have not experienced deck 4. So we got to get up here on deck 4 and see what's going on deck 4 here. So as we enter deck 4, let's spin around, and the first thing that we're going to check out is the sweet spot. That is the cherry on top, where you get all your candies and goodies, and even a few souvenirs if you choose. Just the other side of that, we have another apparel store, the Carnival store, where you can get some souvenirs, you can get some t-shirts, you can get some cups and mugs to remember your vacation. All right, now let's keep going around the little circle here. We come up on some bags and such, if that is to your liking. And then we have the liquor store here, where you can get duty-free liquors and smoking paraphernalia, if that is something that you're interested in. All right, we are crossing back over to the other side here now, and they had a special event, everything $10 and under. So there's a few people there that wanted to take advantage of that. And so we're going to keep on going back around past that cherry on top one more time, and we're going to enter the casino here on deck 4. And you see they were already playing. I'm surprised I didn't get yelled at, because usually I do if I film in the casino while they're actually playing, but they let me get away with it this time. So I don't know why that's a rule or whatever, but apparently it is. But yeah, so we're going through the casino, and where I'm taking you now is to the table games, obviously. You see they have some people throwing dice there at the craps table, but this is the non-smoking casino. So for those of you that are really bothered by the smoke, you can come to this non-smoking casino, and you see they have tables here. Obviously it's not as large as the smoking area casino, but I did a complete loop around so you could kind of see the whole non-smoking casino area here. And then we will come back out the other side. And now that you've seen both sections of the casino, let's go back over to the other side and walk down the hallway in the opposite direction, where we're going to come upon the Heroes Tribute Bar, which is a great little bar dedicated to all those veterans and active military duty that serve the country. And so much do we appreciate everyone who has served. Thank you so much. And this is a great little bar that recognizes the great people that have served their country and given us that freedom that we all enjoy so much. So thank you. There is the art gallery entrance there. So those of you that are looking to purchase some art or very interested in art, you could go check that out. Now here is the Limelight Lounge. And this is where you're going to find all your comedy usually. Now they do have other events. The nightclub at night is the Limelight Lounge. So, for those of you that want to dance the night away late into the night and next morning, that is where you're going to go for both your comedy and your nightclub. So that is most of Deck 4. Now what we haven't seen yet is the Canal Grande restaurant. All right, now that spans decks 3 and 4. Of course, we're entering on deck 4 here, but there is a very unique item, and that is that gondola right in the center of the dining room. How cool does that look? You have a piano there as well. Now, obviously, I'm walking down to deck 3 to get a better look at this gondola, but I'm taking you through it so you can kind of get a look at the dining area itself here. We'll walk you all the way towards the back, and you can peek in on that gondola if you have one of these side tables. But we haven't gotten the opportunity to sit next to that gondola, but I kind of would like to. We've only been back in the dining area, I think, for 2 evenings. But yeah, there is the beautiful view of the back of the ship, and just look at that. We're done. Can you believe it? Please hit the like and subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. I hope you enjoyed the tour and have an amazing cruise on the Carnival Venezia. This is Coach. Take care.
Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Mark Hugh, cruise director on the board of the Carnival Venezia. First and foremost, I want to say if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, make sure that you have a chance to get into a Coach Cruise. We're celebrating. We got a lot of fun going on, and I can't wait to be able to see you guys around. So make sure you watch, like, and subscribe.
Appreciate you. All right.
I just can't get away from a good time.